All right. I was kind of worried my microphone may not work after getting caught in the rain yesterday. The little clicker on my headphones isn't going from song to song, and it doesn't pause. So yeah. Anyway, I guess the mic does work, so it might all might not be lost. It's Friday, May 24th, 4:37 p.m. We're probably about, I don't know if we're even halfway done with the day yet, but in any case, made it in Front Royal last night. Got picked up pretty quickly by a guy who had a chainsaw in his back of his car. Thankfully, he was not a serial killer, and he dropped us off at the $50 motel where I had made reservations. But on the way in, the guy who was giving us the ride mentioned that the Quality Inn was supposed to be really, really nice. It was like rated one of the best in something or another. And so we knew that the place we were going to was going to be cheap, $50, but we were going to have to go do laundry, do a resupply, and we wanted to try to consolidate all of our chores as much as possible. So we actually left the budget place that we were staying at and walked back to the Quality Inn that we had already passed, and got a room there. And after we got the room, much beer was drank. I think it was the most beer that we've all consumed together in any one period of time. Started everything off with a 6-pack of Tall Boy Yinglings. From there, realized that I had made a mistake not getting the 12-pack of PBR. So I went back to the gas station and bought the PBRs. Then we went to dinner at the Thai restaurant. We were all pretty stoked about that. After, I think we took showers too. Yeah, took showers, started laundry. Went to the Thai restaurant that was adjacent inside the same building as the hotel, which was convenient because we've been dreaming about Thai food. And Thai food was great. We made our schedule for the next few days. Still planning on doing the 40-mile day on Monday. And there's a bit of logistics to work out about whether or not Compton will be like sort of aiding us in one way or another. He has to kind of figure some things out with his sister, but there's a chance, I guess, anything from possibly staying the night in a hotel room the night before and being driven to the start to possibly just having meals brought to us at certain strategic points. Not really sure how all that's going to turn out. I appreciate Compton wanting to do it, but if it turns out to be more of a headache than it's worth, I'd rather just do the damn thing and come what may. But we are trying to spend some time at the ATC, but not have so much time be taken by that. We're sleeping on the Virginia border, the West Virginia border, and so the ATC is only like 3 miles away from that, and it opens at 9, so we wouldn't be able to start very early in the morning for the 40-mile challenge, which might be alright. We might just end up finishing at like 2 a.m. or something, but it's not necessarily preferable. So Compton has talked about trying to get us there on Sunday so that we can spend some time there and then just go straight through it once we're done doing our little errands inside of it. So not sure how that's going to work out, but in any case, all the logistics were talked about at dinner, and then after dinner, it was pretty late, close to 10, and we got some more beer and pints of ice cream, and Compton, he bought this stuff called Hams, which was somehow $4 for 6 tall boys. It was actually not very bad. It was a pretty light beer, very drinkable, like less heavy than Miller High Life, but similar kind of flavor profile. And so we drank that, made a clip actually for the trek with everybody, which was nice, kind of immortalizing all of us being together right there and then at that moment. And after that, pretty much went to bed. I was just about to fall asleep or go to sleep on the floor when everyone urged me to get in bed with Compton. They're like, come on, get in the bed, don't sleep on the floor. So I did do that, slept in the bed with Compton, and it was great sleep. Slept very, very well, much better, I'm sure, than if I'd been on the floor. Sleeping on the floor, it's too hard when you just have the Thermarest Z light, whatever it's called. It's plenty fine out here on the ground when you're in the woods, but a bed was nice. I slept very well. Woke up at 7. Compton and I went down to the breakfast pretty quickly after waking up, and Forrest and Pooh Bear, I think, fuck Christ, these fucking stupid bullshit rocks. Fuck. Pooh Bear and Forrest were right behind us. We all had breakfast, ate a lot of food. Then we went back to the room for a bit, hung out, just kind of relaxed, packed up, did a few little remaining chores and stuff, cleaning my coffee mug and my spoon properly. Then we left to go to the grocery store to resupply, which we did. On the way there, we all finished the last hams together, which was nice. It's pretty warm today. Yeah. Not super humid, but certainly humid. I also bought some new shoes, actually. It's worth mentioning. Went to the outfitter before going to the grocery store, and that's feeling a lot better. I was just starting to really feel the rocks under my feet, but they feel much, much better now. Still can feel them, but it doesn't feel like they're millimeters away. Now it feels like they're several millimeters away. So yeah, resupplied. I think I was the only one to buy a beer, which I'm carrying with me and we'll have tonight. Pretty stoked about that. I did have, I think it was my spoon, which has caused me problems in the past with packing stuff. I think it poked one of my tuna things that I bought, and so I did have a bit of a mess I had to deal with after being at the grocery store. I had to wipe out my bag, get all the tuna oil off of it. I didn't really do the best job either, so now I think my bag probably smells slightly of tuna. Fuck it, I guess. In the past, if you recall, my spoon also pierced a beer. I was carrying 2 tall boys after, I don't know where I was, but it was the day before going to Damascus, and I had a beer break in my bag, and pretty much all of it spilt all over the bag. So today it was a pretty clean cut on the tuna bag. I think I probably would have noticed it before. It may not have been my spoon, but again, I've had issues with that before. So the fucking spoon, man, just I can't find a good spot for it. It's long, it's sharp, reasonably sharp. It's sharp when pressure is applied to the edges. It was actually a spork, and I cut the little fingers off of it because it was more of a hassle than it was worth. But anyway, after resupplying for 4 days, and hopefully the day of the actual the 40 miler, we went to Burger King, which was funny. Got 2 veggie burgers. I'm trying to eat this loaf of bread that I bought when we were still in the Shenandoahs, so I ate 6 or 8 pieces of bread with my hamburger, with the veggie burger that I had. Just kind of put the pieces of bread underneath everything else and ate it all at once. And we were hanging out at that Burger King for quite a while. It was a pretty big line of people, and they were doing really slow orders. They were just not turning them out very quickly. There was a woman there who was freaking out about it. Started raising her voice. It's crazy. It was like an episode of Your Mom's House. She was just saying how ridiculous it was that she had to wait that long for food. And it's just well, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to imagine getting that upset about something that stupid. But, hike your own hike, whatever. So we finally headed out. I don't remember what time it was exactly. Am I still on trail? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know where Forrest is. Feels like right behind me. Maybe she had to pee. Anyway, yeah, so we hiked out, and before we could even throw up a thumb, we were actually offered a ride back to the trailhead from someone who had just completed a flip-flop hike. So that was pretty cool. Her name was Comics, and I swear she looked really familiar. She did say she had gone to Trail Days, but I'm not sure that's where I've seen her before. But, I mean, I don't know where else I would have seen her, so perhaps I just caught a glimpse of her and for some reason remembered her. I don't know. Fuck. Anyway, I'm peeing while walking. It's a delicate art. Gotta inaugurate these shoes, peeing on them. I trip over roots and rocks trying to walk straight, and then I get a little hiccup in my pee. Anyway, so yeah, this girl Comics gave us a ride back to the trailhead, where we actually saw a guy who we'd seen at the grocery store named UNICEF. I guess he's headed to DC for like a week off or something like that, and he had actually just bought the same pair of shoes that I did, so we're shoe twins, which is cute. And yeah, we were all at the trailhead together. He showed up on the trolley, the town trolley, that will take hikers to and from the trailhead. It was funny too, because we didn't try to get on the trolley because we thought it would take too long. Really, we didn't even have time to get on it before we were offered a ride, so it was kind of a horse apiece, as Compton says. And yeah, we got back to the trailhead. There was some trail magic there, like Cokes and Propel Fitness Waters, which Propel Fitness Water is actually pretty good. I remember when I was biking back from Chattanooga, the first time I went to Chattanooga with Emery, and he wasn't able to go back, or at least chose not to. I just remember, this is sort of an aside, but we stayed at this like hostel in Chattanooga after, you know, I don't even know how long it took us to get there. It was 170 miles, so it was probably, I mean, a 12 or 14 hour ride probably. I don't really remember. It's pretty boring. I've done it a couple times. Like, I don't remember how many miles of it is on the Silver Comet, which is like the worst experience on a cycle you can get in the city, in my opinion. It's just so boring. There's no variation in terrain, and it's not like I like going up hills or anything, but the problem with it is, for me anyway, like, if there's no variation, there's no impetus for you to get up, like, kind of move around on the bike. And if you're just sitting for hours and hours and hours, that really starts to become uncomfortable. Whereas if you're climbing, you know, me, I like to get out of my saddle when I climb, so that means I can potentially be getting out of the saddle, you know, several times every, I don't know, you know, as often as there's a hill, I'm out of my saddle, which just helps with circulation, helps with comfort. What does it say? Next 27 miles of the Appalachian Trail between Manassas and Snickers Gap follows that was from 1863 to 1865 the western boundary of the Mosby Confederacy, the base of operations for Confederate partisan Ranger Colonel John Singleton Mosby. Well, cool. Civil War trivia out here, y'all. More proof that I'm actually out on the Appalachian Trail. You wouldn't actually, I would never see that sign outside of this trail. So take it for what it's worth. If you can find where the sign is that has the verbiage I just recited, that's exactly where I am now, on the Appalachian Trail. And really don't know as to where I exactly am at the very specific moment. I do hear a highway in front of me. I know where we're going today, and I'm following the blazes, but it's weird that I'm not seeing Forrest anymore, considering how fast she is. Anyway, getting back to my actual story. Propel, yes, I drank Propel. I didn't even get to the point of the story. Lol. Yeah, so that was a hard ride. It was in the summer. I was by myself because Emery didn't want to go back. And I just remember drinking Propel and just being like, this is the best stuff ever for hot days. Like, I feel hydrated, and it's not like disgusting like Powerade or Gatorade that's like just so much sugar and sweetness. I want to see what mile this is. This came to a railroad. That should be on the AWOL guide. I think I hear Forrest behind me. Let's see, where am I? Where is this railroad? Let's see. Railroad tracks south, Virginia, Marshall, Highway, Manassas Gap. Railroad to south, 80 passes. So it looks like I'm at 979 point, let's say 8. We're going to Dick's Dome today. Minus, let's see, 986 point what, y'all? 0.7. So 7 miles left here at the railroad tracks. Forest is coming down. Yeah, I'll leave it there for now. We started hiking and here we are. 7 miles left, which means I guess we've done 8. And I'm about to drink some water with some Propel in it. So, wish me luck, y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.